And here we are. This is the first episode of the Stephen and Michael show. I almost said Sam. I don't know why. I think it's because we were just talking about iCarly, and then I thought of Sam and Cat.
I don't know why that show exists. Hi, I'm Steven. The guy mumbling to the severed baby head in the corner over there is Michael.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why I said that. I thought that'd be funny.
I have the most beautiful thing for everyone to listen to right now to get things started.
Oh no, that can't be good.
It's a Minion toy from McDonald's.
You poor bastard. That's right. You work at McDonald's. You have to deal with that shit all day.
Yep. Well, technically all night. I deal with it all night. You wouldn't believe some of the stories I have. Some guy a couple weeks ago, like last week or something, asked me to jizz into his McFlurry.
Is that a real thing or are you joking?
No, I'm serious. The guy pulled up and asked me if I could go into the bathroom and jizz into his McFlurry. It disturbed me a great deal.
Customer's never wrong. But at least it's not McDonald's. I mean, at least it's not Burger King where you can have it your way. I mean,
no. The customer, the number one rule of fast food industry, it's not the customer is always right. It's the customer is a fucking idiot until they prove otherwise. That's the golden rule.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Confucius say the golden rule is the customer is a fucking idiot until they prove otherwise.
I'd like an egg McMuffin and a frosted cinnamon roll, please. Extra frosted.
You wouldn't believe some of the shit they asked me for. A guy the other day, he asked for an Oreo McGuy Fieri. And then there was another customer. Another customer asked for a medium diet Dr. Root beer. I actually see. This is why I wish the people on Tumblr would friend me on Facebook, because then, like, I have so many stories that I post it from work every night because something stupid happens every single night.
Has anyone ever asked you for the McGangbang?
Yes, actually, a few times I have been asked for the McGangbang. I had to look it up a couple of times, and now I just tell them, I just tell them how to make it. I tell them, get the McDouble, get the McChicken, then you just stick the whole McChicken in between the meat of the McDouble.
Have you ever been asked for the Land, Sea, and Air burger?
I'm guessing that's when you, like, combine, like, a chicken, the fish fillet, and a burger.
Yeah.
I've actually thought about that before, because I have had customers get, like, all three things at once. Like, they'll get a burger, they'll get a fillet, and they'll get something with chicken. But I didn't think there was actually, like, a thing that you could make with them.
I've had it. It's disgusting, and I loved it.
Honestly, I would try stuff like the McGangbang or whatever, but, like, I kind of want to live beyond the age of 40, so I've actually been cutting back. Like, I only eat one sandwich a night if I eat a sandwich.
It's like, I've worked here long enough to know that I never want to eat this crap.
And I never eat the fries anymore. Never the fries. The fries are, no.
Why not?
The fries are grilled in salty grease. They come out and are doused in more salt, and then they sit there for like 20 minutes, and they are only good if you dip them in ranch sauce. So yeah, I don't like the fries. That's what's really gonna kill you. You eat the fries, that's what really kills you. You're eating deep fried potatoes covered in so much salt that they could dry out a jellyfish in 0.5 seconds.
Yet still not as salty as a Melee player.
I don't know. I can't believe I'm saying this, but they're probably saltier than a Melee player.
Jesus Christ! No, they're as salty as the people who are against Metroid Federation Force. They're salty as those.
No, I don't think anything's that salty. Nothing in the world is that salty. Nothing.
or the people that are against Fire Emblem XS&T.
People who keep
Those people are incredibly salty.
even saltier are the people who keep bitching about every single movie that DC tries to make.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh no, Suicide Squad! It looks like it's going to be bad.
You know, I feel like I'm one of the few people who just gets excited about everything anymore. Like, because I see so many people bitching about, like, every single thing that comes out. Like, oh, Jurassic World, what a shit movie. Terminator Genesis, it's shit. Suicide Squad, it's shit. Everyone just bitches about everything. I have only seen 2 movies that are coming up that genuinely look like cash grab shit that no one should watch, and that's Ghostbusters and Fantastic Four. Everything else is great. Everything else I have seen, I am so excited to see. Inside Out.
My problem with the Terminator movie is that how they did the advertising for that.
Oh yeah, they spoil the ending. Yeah, I've heard about that. Or not the ending, but they spoil a plot twist.
They spoil like the biggest plot twist. And that is definitely not how you should do a movie.
They spoil the twist that Arnold Schwarzenegger impregnates Sarah Connor.
I'd watch that.
Then that's why John Connor becomes a Terminator. Because he was half Terminator the whole time.
That sounds about right.
That's the plot of the movie.
There you go.
No, seriously. Terminator Genesis, Jurassic World, Inside Out, fucking Suicide Squad, Deadpool, Batman versus Superman. I'm excited for all of that. Hell, I'm even excited to see the stupid fucking Minion movie.
I can't wait for Ant-Man.
Yeah, there we go. Another one. Ant-Man.
I mean, I hope that one's real good. I really do.
Honestly, I don't know if you saw, I was actually talking to someone earlier who was basically saying that people are always like praising DC movies as great and that everyone's always saying Marvel movies are shit and they need to step their game up. I don't know what universe he's living in. People are like jack off all over Marvel movies all the time and take a huge...
I did see a lot of people that were against Guardians of the Galaxy. I did see a number of people that were saying, "What are these? I never heard of this. This is going to be crap."
I don't know. I don't think I saw much of that. I saw more people like interested in it. Like, you know, this is kind of weird, but you know, I'm kind of on board. I think from the trailers and stuff, this looks like it's going to be a good time. And it's Chris Pratt's on it. He was in the Lego movie. It was good.
He's now, I think, is he the man with the most Lego minifigures made after him?
Yeah, let's see. He's got Emmett. He's got a Jurassic World guy. He's got Star-Lord. And if the rumors are true, he's probably going to get Indiana Jones. He is rumored to play Indiana Jones in the upcoming Indiana Jones movie. Or at least
that'd be okay.
Young
He's
Indiana.
a pretty good actor.
It's a shame. Honestly,
at least I think he is.
Honestly, I would love to see Shia LaBeouf come back. But I don't know if that's likely.
Yeah,
he wasn't that. I actually really like Crystal Skull.
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't that good, but it was all right.
It's a lot better than people give it credit for. I think it has the same problem as like the Star Wars prequels in that regard. Like people just shit on it when it's really. A lot of the stuff it does is stuff that was in the older Indiana Jones movies too. Like, oh, he survived being nuked in a fridge. That's so stupid. Yeah, because falling out of a fucking airplane on an inflatable raft. Yeah, you can totally do that and not.
Yeah, I mean, I think they should have not done the whole aliens thing.
Honestly, I was okay with that because if you think about it, it actually makes sense in a way because. You know, the older one, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, those are like callbacks to the old adventure serials of like the 40s.
Yeah.
And they takes place in the 40s. And then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull takes place in the 50s, which is when there was a lot of, you know, the Cold War was going on. People were more into sci-fi stuff. That's when like aliens became popular and UFOs. And also, I can understand why Steven Spielberg wouldn't want to do like something with Nazis again. He's never doing anything with Nazis again because of Schindler's List.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't care that he moved on to commies because, you know, fucking commies need to die too. Fucking let Indy shoot a few of them.
They do. They really do.
And, you know, the aliens thing makes a whole lot more sense because now, considering everything that happened to Lucasfilms and Marvel, Indiana Jones technically takes place in the Marvel universe. So the aliens are pretty explained because
yeah, that does technically mean that, doesn't it? Technically.
in the first Avenger, Red Skull has like a throwaway line about Hitler in the desert digging for trinkets or something like that,
Yeah.
which is a direct reference to Raiders of the Lost Ark. So, yeah, Indiana Jones confirmed for Marvel Universe. And I think in an Indiana Jones comic,
Going back to Suicide Squad, I'm not the biggest fan of Joker's redesign.
really, I think it's okay. I've seen where it's still not as bad as when Joker was wearing his own face.
Hey, at least it's not bat nipples.
At least it's not what Frank Miller did to his entire career. And it's not like it's definitely not going to be as bad as like if in the grand scheme of things having to do with comic books, it's not as bad as Spider-Man selling his marriage to Satan or Harry Potter Dick Lightning. I think that the Harry Potter Dick Lightning is one of the most like that. I think that's one of the worst comic moments in history, and that's taking into account all of the stupid moments from the Clone Saga to the One More Day to the time Punisher was turned into a black man.
Oh God, the Clone Saga. Are you talking about the Spider-Man clones?
Yeah, one of the most reviled sagas in comic book history.
Wasn't there like 50 different clones of him or something?
Oh man, like from what I've read, there was just so much bullshit with it. There were so many weird ass characters coming in and out. It just made no sense.
I think it's like anyone in their basement with a test tube was making a Spider-Man.
Pretty much, yeah. I think that's what it was like. I'm not super knowledgeable on it, but yeah, I think that the Harry Potter Dick Lightning was the worst. Like it really, it's hard to believe that someone as great at writing comics as Alan Moore would just go so off the rail with his bias against Harry Potter. To have Harry Potter as a 80-foot tall kaiju covered in eyeballs shooting lightning bolts out of his penis.
Oh, goodness.
Then getting turned into a chalk drawing by Mary Poppins. Like, there was no subtlety, no nuance. There was none of the genius that you could see when you read Watchmen or V for Vendetta. It was just like, it was like a cranky old man being like, I'm still relevant.
All right. Before we get into talking about video games,
yes.
I think we should take a brief moment of
silence for our fallen brother.
one of the legends of gaming recently passed away.
He's a true hero. So yes, for the next I don't know, 10 seconds maybe.
Nah, we did that. We just did the moment.
Oh, we just did it?
Yeah, when we weren't talking for like 5 seconds there. That was a moment of silence. Rest in peace, Iwata. May you go directly to heaven.
You know, I heard someone making a joke about that. Not I don't know if it's in super bad taste, but he was looking at it like Iwata died on the 11th. The Minions movie came out on the 11th. The creator of
my God, no!
The guy who created the Minions' last name is Coffin or something.
Oh my God, that's awful.
The Minions killed Iwata, and they must be stopped. And you see, this makes even more sense. This makes even more sense. You see, death is one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. There are 3 minions that are very popular. You see, so death, war, and famine. Now, I'm leaving off the fourth horseman because everyone always forgets that pestilence is actually not the fourth horseman, and it's conquest. Conquest is actually the biblical fourth horseman. Pestilence is added in because I guess it was like artists just thought conquest was too similar to war because they're fucking stupid. So yes, see? So the minions are the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and they killed Satoru Iwata, but he sacrificed his life so that he could protect the world from the minions.
God bless you, Iwata-san.
It's like when Macho Man Randy Savage died to prevent the rapture.
That's awful. That's
Snapped
entirely
into a
awful.
horseman like it was a Slim Jim. He died so that we could live. See, it's always the greats who die so that the worthless can live. And every single one of us can only hope to be 1/100th of the man that Satoru Iwata was.
God,
This,
if all of us are this upset over Iwata, God forbid what happens when Miyamoto passes away.
oh my god, I don't even want to think of that. Or Stan Lee. I just want to think those two are just going to live forever.
Stan Lee is like 90-something.
I know.
He ain't got but another 10 years at most. At the very most. Like 5 at, like 3 or 4 at the least.
I just, I hate thinking about these people dying. I mean, the thing is, though, at least they lived full lives and they did contribute a lot to the world. It's like when Christopher Lee died, I was upset, but I didn't like cry or anything because he was like 90 something. He lived a full life. The man has been in more movies than pretty much any other actor. So I was like, I'm sad, but this guy did everything you could possibly do. He lived a full life. Iwata, he didn't get to. He was only 55. The same thing with Robin Williams. When he died, I spent the night sobbing hysterically because that guy was my childhood hero.
Yeah.
It's just they lived a life. They did a lot. They contributed a lot. They made a lot of people happy, but they didn't get to think of what they could have done if they had like another decade or 2 decades even.
I know.
This was a man who pretty much changed the face of video gaming, and like he was taken from this world too soon.
I know. He has done a lot for video games, and the guy was a great programmer. He talked about when he was younger, like the first computer he had was like an advanced calculator, and that a programming calculator, and that he made games on it for his friends to play. He talked about how when he got started in games, he just working for this computer company, and then he hears Nintendo comes out with the Famicom, and he goes over to Nintendo, who's like, "Give me a job, I can do games."
Mm-hmm.
And they gave him a job.
I guess I think when I read about the stuff that he accomplished, I had been aware of it before, but like it still kind of surprised me. Like he's the reason Earthbound was playable. He's the reason that we got Kanto and Johto in Gold and Silver. Like
I know. And he did the programming for Balloon Fight.
this guy, he just did so much, and like think of all.
He was well liked in the. He was well respected too. He was even by the competition, they respected him.
The worst part was like one of the last things he said before he died was he apologized for Nintendo's E3.
Yeah, the lackluster E3.
That just makes me even sadder because he probably died thinking that his fans hated him so much, and he never got to live to see how much we all loved him.
I know. But that's
Like,
why that's one of the reasons why they did the puppet thing, is because he was kind of in bad health and wasn't able to attend.
See, that kind of reminds me of something else. Another great man who was dying of cancer and decided to give his all to one last thing to make people happy. And his name was Raul Julia. And that thing he did was Street Fighter the movie.
Oh,
One of the greatest. I will stand by that it is one of the best stupid 90s action films ever made. I don't even think it's that bad a movie. The only thing I can say about that movie that's genuinely bad is Jean-Claude Van Damme's acting. And even that edges somewhere into so bad it's good.
I know.
Everything else in the movie is okay. I mean, like it's based off a fighting game, so not much plot there anyway, but it's got everything there needs to be.
I think it was better than the cartoon.
Ryu and Ken's there, Guile's there, Chun-Li's there, M. Bison steals the show every time he's on. Raul Julia is pretty much the reason that movie is elevated to genuinely good in like a cheesy 90s way to me. Like, okay.
That movie is just so great. I love it. I love the Mario Bros. Movie, and nobody likes that. I loved it.
My brother, he loves that movie, and I hated it for the longest time. And then I thought about it. I'm like, I'm looking at this the wrong way. I shouldn't like. What am I expecting? Should I have went into this expecting a movie where a fat Italian man jumps on turtles for an hour and a half? That would be fucking stupid. So
I know
it's for what it is. It's stupid, but it's enjoyable. Like Bob Hoskins, he was great as Mario. John Leguizamo, he's pretty good as Luigi. Dennis Hopper, he was there. I love you, Dennis Hopper, but you did that. I don't. Monkey. Just his weird inflection on that line, like monkey, or when he's like bomb. He just. Why, Dennis?
It was still great. The whole thing is still great.
I think one time he told his kid, like, he did that movie because he wanted to buy the kid shoes, and his kid replied, "Dad, I didn't need shoes that bad."
Oh, that's great.
But yeah, that movie, it's not that bad. I think the worst video game movie I ever watched, and it's weird because I only made it halfway through, and I don't think there have been that many movies where I only got halfway through before I got bored. It was Max Payne. Like, with Mark Wahlberg, it was just so boring. I just couldn't get into it. I'm probably gonna finish watching it, and it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it was boring. I was not invested at all. It was just so dull, and it's so shocking. Mark Wahlberg is a really good actor.
Did they have a Doom movie a few years back? Like 10 or so years back? Doom?
Doom? Oh, is that the one with The Rock in it?
I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I barely remember it.
I want to see that. I don't think video game movies are as bad as people say. They're dumb, but at least they're entertaining sometimes.
Speaking of video game movies, Pixels.
That stigma that video game movies suck is kind of unfair because at the least a lot of video game movies are stupidly enjoyable. And at least stuff like Mortal Kombat and I'd argue Street Fighter are actually good. And I think a lot of people like that movie with fucking Jesse from Breaking Bad in it. What was it? Need for Speed or something?
Oh God.
I would love to see like a video game movie directed by Tarantino. Imagine what he could do. Like Tarantino's Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that'd be great. I would like that.
Tarantino's been doing a lot of westerns. Maybe he could do Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, that'd be pretty interesting.
Honestly, he just needs to do like some ultra violent, crazy, like Tarantino's Mad World. That would be pretty good.
That'd be funny as hell.
Tarantino's
balloon fight.
Tarantino's Hatred.
There you go.
Honestly, I don't think Tarantino's the right director for that, though. Uwe Boll's Hatred. Starring Tommy Wiseau as not important.
Oh, yes. He even looks like him. Oh, he even looks
My name is not important.
Well, what is important is what I'm going to do.
I really want him to make another movie. I would love to see that. I want to see Tommy Wiseau making another movie.
Oh, hi, guys.
I wish he'd do like The Room 2, Tommy's Revenge.
Yes. But speaking of video game movies, Pixels,
Oh boy, Pixels.
because Adam Sandler.
On the one hand, Peter Dinklage. On the other hand, Adam Sandler.
My big question is, why did they need the nerds to come?
Because the nerds are the only people who are going to know how to beat the video games.
Like, do they not think people in the army have ever played video games
Don't
before?
you know that the 80s stereotypes of human beings are the only things that are real? We can't have real facts in the movie with Adam Sandler. It has to look like some cliched shit that's been sitting on a shelf since 1985. Oh boy.
Oh, my favorite things are like when people try to write episodes about video games of a show without ever knowing what a video game actually is.
Oh, you mean
Like,
like every episode of Feminist Frequency?
no, I mean people like when shows do the video game episode.
Like Feminist Frequency?
No, I'm talking about shows like when Law and Order do an episode about video games. Like, it's obvious they don't even know what a video game is.
Don't even get me started on Law and Order. That fucking Gamergate episode was the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It was fucking hilarious. So many memes came out of that. I loved it.
It was I saw like the last 10 minutes at work. I didn't know it was that possible to feel so much secondhand embarrassment for a television show.
There's a German word for that. I don't remember the top of my head.
Is it Schadenfreude?
I don't know. There's a German word meaning feeling embarrassment on some.
No, but that Schadenfreude isn't that then. That's something that's like taking the delight in the suffering of others or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, so actually on to video games.
Oh man. Speaking of cringy television shows,
Oh, good.
or speaking of television shows and cringiness, Steven Universe.
I honestly think it's not a bad show.
It makes me so sad. So many people are just like getting turned off from the show because of how horrible the fan base is. And like, I've always been saying you should never judge a show based off its fan base.
I'll be honest. I watched the show when it first came out before there was a fan base.
Honestly, back in the day, like the earlier episodes are they're all right. It's the way I look at it, the show is a lot like Teen Titans. Like it has superhero stuff, it has comedy stuff, and it doesn't really hit its stride until a little later into the show. But then everything looks a lot better in hindsight, and the show just tackles mature themes and comedy in a good way that keeps you entertained.
I just wish there was more action in it. I'd like if there's more action in it.
There's actually, as it's getting on, there actually is a lot more action, and I expect there's going to be a lot more action once the villain finally gets her shit together and comes down to start Dragon Ball Z-ing shit up. I still need to.
Oh yeah, speaking of Dragon Ball, there's a new Dragon Ball show, right?
Oh boy, great! It's never gonna go away. That fucking anime bullshit is gonna be around until I'm like 90 years old in a nursing home.
We can only hope.
Anime should have ended after Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
I don't know. I'll sound like a weeb, but I love anime.
You fucking weeb.
There's a difference between.
Time to put you in the trash.
There's a difference between enjoying anime and being a weeb.
Yeah, the difference is nothing because you're a weeb. Just go in the trash.
Rude.
Anime is dead.
I like anime, but that's just.
I used to like anime, and then I stopped because I figured after Brotherhood, there's literally nothing that can be that good ever again. So I still haven't even watched Dragon Ball Z Kai. The DVD is sitting there with my unwatched Game of Thrones season 2.
You know what anime you should watch? Prison School. That's just a,
You know what anime you should watch? Boku no Pico.
uh, it's bad because I've watched. I
No,
actually watched it.
Bible Black.
I actually watched Boku no Pico.
I've watched a lot of fucked up stuff in my time.
I didn't enjoy it. I will go on the record saying it was one of the worst things I've ever watched. I watched it because somebody was live streaming it. It was like, let's all get fucked up together.
Oh boy.
like, it's one of the things you can only watch in a group and stay sane if you watch it in a group.
Let's be real. Anime porn stuff was never as good as Legend of the Overfiend. Nothing was that good.
That's a classic.
That movie basically invented tentacle porn. There would be so many great artists out of the business without that movie. Okay, I mean it didn't invent it, but I think that's the granddaddy of modern tentacle porn.
Yeah, okay, let's move away from the anime and the tentacle porn.
Watch Boku no Pico.
Highly recommend it.
So wait, what are we talking about now?
I'm waiting for new stuff about Shovel Knight.
I'm waiting for new stuff about Smash Brothers. I want more DLC. I'll fucking throw my wallet right at Sakurai.
Shovel Knight in Smash Bros.
Shovel Knight in Smash Bros. That's the dream. Shovel Knight.
My wallet.
Shovel Knight, Shantae, Bayonetta, Snake.
Not Snake.
Yes, Snake.
No Snake.
Yes,
No.
Snake. Snake.
Snake was the worst character in Brawl.
No, you're not even subjectively wrong. You're not even objectively wrong. You're like wrong. Like the very fiber of the universe is screaming at me, telling me how wrong you are. Snake. Did you see Snake's sweet-toned ass? No bad character could have an ass like that. Snake is great. Snake is the best.
All right. Don't hurt me.
He makes my Snake solid. Yeah.
Yacht Club Games, they're doing the Shovel Knight physical release. Can't wait for that.
Woo! Shovel Knight!
I will buy it even though I own the game on Wii U. I will buy it for my 3DS.
I'll buy it for Wii U. Wait, is it coming out physically for Wii U?
It's coming out physically for all systems except Vita.
Suck it, Vita. Wait, does the Vita even have games?
The Vita has games. It's not going to get any more.
Oh.
It's basically dead now. It's like what they call a legacy console, which basically means they still have support for it, and games will still be released for it, but Sony themselves isn't going to release games for it. They're not going to release games themselves. Other people can, but they're not.
Interesting.
Not in America, at least. They're still doing games in Japan.
I want more stuff for Smash Brothers. I'm like, I don't even care if they decide to re-release Wolf first. I just want some more characters. I want some more anything. I haven't played more.
We're getting some stages soon.
Oh yeah, they didn't have an official release date though, so they could take a while. See, between that and waiting for the 2 months until the Binding of Isaac DLC comes out, I'm like fucking dying here.
Binding of Isaac DLC.
Yeah, Edmund McMillan has been talking about it for like the past, I think, 14 weeks on his blog.
They're doing DLC for it?
Yeah, the Afterbirth DLC. It's going to add like a shitload of new items. It's going to tweak a bunch of stuff, including the super secret character. It's going to add a new floor, a new character, all sorts of new shit. It's going to add daily runs that the community can try and challenge. It's going to add so much shit. It is going to make this game endlessly more replayable. The game's already endlessly replayable.
By the way, it's coming for Wii U and new 3DS.
Oh yeah, it is. It's gonna be awesome. I'd probably buy it for Wii U. I mean, if I had money and I had time to play stuff on Wii U, I'm happy just playing it on my computer. I actually had a
I
really
wish I had a new 3DS because it apparently can't do it on the regular 3DS.
yeah. He was talking about how Macmillan was talking about how he tried to get to work on that, but it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, but it's going to be on the new 3DS for people with money.
Yeah, lucky bastards.
My brother went and bought a new 3DS because he works at like a steel mill and makes like $700 a week, and like, but then again, he's like working every single night. But he went and bought a new 3DS, and he's like, "I bet you wish you had one of those. Bet you wish you had one." Like, I will kill you for that. It's just they What else can we talk about? Oh yes, something recently happened to. Uh, are you familiar with the creepypasta writer Slime Beast?
Slime beast.
Are
It
you
sounds
familiar?
like the name of a horror porn star. Slime
um,
beast.
he's done a lot of popular creepypastas. One you might have heard of was Abandoned by Disney.
Honestly, I might have heard of this person. I've seen a lot of creepypastas in my time. But, nothing's ever going to top Jeff the Killer.
Oh
Nothing can
God.
get better than that. I can't wait to go to Hot Topic and see his face on all the sweatshirts there. It's going to be great. I'll feel just so cool letting out my emo side. I can't wait to put on the eyeliner and my Jeff the Killer hoodie, and then
Anyway,
I can go down to the cemetery and read
my
Edgar
God.
Allan Poe.
Oh my God. Anyways,
Yep.
as I was saying,
Okay.
yeah, this group of people were making a fan game of Abandoned by Disney. It was also a fan game of Five Nights at Freddy's. It was called Five Nights at Treasure Island, and it was going. It had stuff from his story in it, and it was like a fan game of both his story and Five Nights at Freddy's. And they he gets in touch with the person making the game, asking if he can get credited for his story in it, because they had credit for Five Nights at Freddy's, but they didn't have credit for his story. And then the guy said, "Oh yeah, I'll put it in there." Then later, like the group now running the game is like they take out all of the stuff in reference to Abandoned by Disney, and then when people are asking, "Hey, why'd you take all this stuff out? Why'd you take this out?" They're like, "Oh, because Slime Beast told us to. Slime Beast said we didn't have the rights to do it." And like Slime Beast is like, "No, I never said that. I never said any of that." And
Someone's
so the group was using him as a scapegoat, say, because they just wanted to take the stuff out and do their own thing.
someone is posing as Slime Beast.
Yeah, but they start sending him threatening emails, and then they claim that he's harassing them, and then they start calling the fans a bunch of dick suckers who are just sucking Slime Beast's dick and just insulting his fans. Just a lot of petty bullshit. And this is affecting somebody who I consider kind of a friend, because I've talked to him a couple times. I've written stuff for one of his websites, and it's just like this bullshit happening to him because people want to claim that he's doing stuff and he's harassing them while they're sending him threats and shit. Are you still there? Did I
Huh?
lose you? Where'd
I
you go?
died. Sorry. I am dead now. I'm a
Were you
ghost.
masturbating to the sound of my voice again?
Not this time.
Oh, okay. Then you have no excuse. Where the hell were you?
I was making sure that I wasn't getting hate mail on my Tumblr, which is not surprising. Like, thankfully, I haven't gotten any more people saying "get good" in my inbox. Even though I still have like the 50+ messages I got from the inbred meme loving Hicks that messaged me when I first made that post.
They sure do love their memes. But
A bunch of salty meme loving fucks.
I'm really surprised I don't get hate mail.
The way to get hate mail, you gotta be like one of those blogs like Durkin or something. You just gotta be huge.
Or like Porky. Gotta be as huge as Porky.
Or you gotta be a raging cunt like Logic.
Oh, I don't want to be a raging cunt like Logic. Nobody wants to be a raging cunt like Logic.
You know, a lot of my friends on Tumblr, like Wheel Skellington or Sen Liftriarchy. I can't like they all like him. I just don't understand why. I mean, he talks like he never got out of the middle school B phase like that everyone went through. I know I went through that when I was in high school. I went on B all the time, and I was a fucking miserable bastard who hated everyone.
I'm glad I didn't have a face like that.
Yeah, I had all of that beaten out of me. Literally, like actually punched out of me.
I was about to ask her, are you being literal or metaphorical?
My former best friend used to beat me up. Like my abusive ex, she once beat the shit out of me in public, and then I almost killed myself.
Oh,
this is getting a little heavy for first episode. By the way, did you watch Gravity Falls last night? It was sad.
Don't tell me a damn thing because I missed it and I'm having it recorded tonight.
A plot twist: Gideon is a reptilian.
That's not much of a plot twist.
Gideon is a reptilian. Stan's brother is actually Bill Cipher in disguise, and Mabel confesses her love for Zeus.
You know, knowing Alex Hirsch, I believe all of that.
Dipper gives Wendy anal sex.
Makes sense.
Stan finally reveals he's a Super Saiyan.
All right.
The government all decides to go and eat frozen yogurt.
Okay.
The shapeshifter returns, voiced not by Mark Hamill this time, but instead by Gene Simmons.
All right. This all sounds believable, by the way.
Old
Alex Hirsch
is Old Man McGucket gets shot by Yogi Bear.
Okay.
Because the episode is a surprise crossover with Hanna-Barbera. Scooby-Doo actually shows up and says, he says,
you're making all this shit up, but I mean, knowing Alex Hirsch,
and of course,
entirely possible.
Bill Cipher is revealed to be the ancestor of the Minions. In the most shocking and disturbing twist the show will ever give us.
God, I hate the Minions.
They're honestly, I don't really hate them that much. I just kind of like making fun of them because it gets me notes on Tumblr. I honestly don't get the big deal. Whatever. They're dumb. They're popular. I don't.
It's oversaturated with them, and
I guess, but you know
the movie is that one post on Tumblr says revisionist bullshit.
Yeah.
Because they're just retconning an entire part of the plot.
My girlfriend says that she thinks that Gru just made more of them, not that he made all of them. So they can still, make sense in canon. Like he just engineered more minions. But you know what? I don't know. It just it's just something. I'm probably still gonna see the movie, and I thought the Minions were good in Despicable Me too. Like I like Despicable Me too. They're good as the thing is they're good as support characters. I don't think they could. I don't think they can really hold a whole movie on their own. They're much better as like comic relief.
That's where they should stay. That'd be like giving Donkey his own movie.
It's like that would be like if they gave Sheen from Jimmy Neutron his own TV show. It's just a horrible idea. Good thing they never did that.
Because no one would ever do that.
Yeah, that's just no one would do that. No one's that stupid to give
It's
Sheen
like
his own.
it's like it's like giving Puss in Boots his own movie. I mean, no one would do that.
Like, imagine giving Bartok the Bat his own movie. That would just be silly. Like, no one would be that stupid. Or if they gave Puss in Boots his own movie. Oh, that's actually good, though. Never mind.
I said that.
Oh, yeah. But that was good. Puss in Boots was a great movie.
Oh yeah, it was all right. I enjoyed it.
I'm definitely glad they moved away from the Shrek formula, even though it's a Shrek spinoff, and they instead went for like some high fantasy adventure. Because
Oh yeah, that was a good idea to do it like that.
I would love to. I'd love to see a sequel to Puss in Boots, to be honest.
Hey, have you ever seen the original footage for Food Fight?
Yes, I have, and honestly, I wish I could see what the original movie was before the stuff was stolen and they had to rework it into what it is today. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the piece of shit that came out of that 10 years of hell that those animators went for. It is one of the most fascinatingly bad films I've ever seen in my life, rivaled only by like The Room and Battlefield Earth. But
They really should just let it die after the footage was stolen.
no, because then it wouldn't have been able to grace the world with its presence. Out of every bad animated film I've ever seen, that is the only one I can say was entertaining at the same time. Like, generally speaking, bad animated movies, like, I just can't. If an animated movie is bad, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen, usually. Hey Arnold, the movie was bad. Leroy and Stitch was bad. Fritz the Cat was bad. Thumbelina was bad. Those were all bad because they failed in a serious way. But Food Fight failed in a serious way, and yet somehow it was still amusing. I think it had to do with just how surreal the whole thing is. Like,
It looks like it was one of those knockoff movies.
it looks like we were like watching the movie is like peering into like the depths of like infinity. You're like looking into the void, into something that mankind was not meant to see. It's like gazing upon an eldritch abomination. This is something that mankind should have buried deep within the pits of the earth. But here it is. It has arrived to menace the planet, and it is unholy and astounding in its sheer awfulness. I mean, it doesn't even come close to the amazing levels of Nirvana that The Room reached, but it's up there. It's fascinating. I think we could all learn something from that movie.
Yeah.
Like how not to make a movie.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you give me basic animating software, I can make a better movie in a month.
I could make a better movie by slapping my dick against the keyboard. And not even my erect dick, just my flaccid penis. I just flop it against a couple of keys and boom, I'm making a better movie than Food Fight. But it wouldn't be as entertaining. That's the thing. The movie is entertaining because it's just so stupid.
I know. It's just they tried at first to make a good movie, and then at some point it's like, you know what, we're already in this deep, fuck it.
I mean,
much like Sonic Boom.
At least unlike M. Night Shyamalan, when he was confronted with a situation where he said fuck it, they didn't give up in a way that was awful, because that's what happened to him. When he was making The Last Airbender, apparently he turned in like a screenplay or whatever that was so close to the original show, people thought it was amazing. And then the producer decided he wanted to get his niece cast as Katara or something like that. And then he just started fucking with everything and turning it into a whitewashed train wreck. And then M. Night Shyamalan just
Fuck it.
lost it. He lost
Fuck
it.
it.
He just gave up on life. So he's been taking the blame for all this shit when it was hardly his fault. He tried to make the movie that the fans would love, but it was all taken away from him by someone with more power. And that actually brings up an interesting thing. When it's some reviled director like M. Night Shyamalan, even if you're a reviled director, even when you have good movies under your belt, people will blame you for everything. Like M. Night Shyamalan directed the movie, but he's not at fault for how bad it turned out, really, because it was a big producer pulling all the strings.
Exactly.
And then with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, people blame Michael Bay, even though he's the producer. And I mean, did he really have that much to do? I've never heard any proof that he decided to take the reins of the movie himself. He was just given money. So it's like if you're a bad director, you're blamed for everything, or not even a bad director. Because honestly, I don't think that M. Night or Michael Bay are awful directors. They make a specific kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you're tired of that kind of thing because you've seen it so much, you're not gonna like them. Like Michael Bay,
Exactly.
he specifies in dumb action movies, and I love dumb action movies. So I find his movies, even his lamest ones like Transformers 2, passable at worst.
How did you think of the fourth Transformers movie?
Have you seen that?
Yes, I saw it in theaters.
Was it good?
It was all right.
I mean, it's got Mark Wahlberg in it, so it can't be that bad.
Uh,
Honestly, though, Michael Bay has made quite a few movies I can honestly say are some of the greatest films I've ever seen. Specifically, Pain and Gain. Pain and Gain is excellent.
well,
It's like the anti-Michael Bay movie because it's relentlessly mocking the stupidity and arrogance of greed in the American dream. And it has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it. So, it's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Mark Wahlberg, and the guy who played Falcon.
yeah.
They're all together being fucking stupid idiots.
I think it's hilarious that Dwayne The Rock Johnson has been in so many movies that eventually there will be kids that only know him as the movie actor and never as a wrestler.
I don't mind that. I'm not really big into wrestling, and honestly, he's really improved a lot. He's actually the best part of some really bad movies, like Southland Tales. That's kind of an obscure one. That movie was like an insane train wreck of a film, but The Rock, he was one of the best parts of it. Like, he was genuinely good to the point that it's kind of shocking that he turned in such a good performance for such a mediocre film.
Oh yeah, they they put him in so many things now.
I can't wait to see him in that Disney movie, Moana, and I can't wait to see him in that Shazam movie.
Oh my god,
He's playing Black Adam. That's a great. I want to see him go into the Marvel universe too. Then,
I want to see him play more villain roles. That's what I'd like to see.
I want to see him get a guest appearance on Steven Universe.
You know that's going to happen.
I mean, they got Nicki Minaj, so I don't know why they couldn't get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
His name is even perfect.
He's The Rock. Everyone on the show is rocks. It's a no-brainer.
I mean, I wouldn't watch it because I don't really care for Steven Universe. But
Oh no, you don't like something that I like. That means we can't be friends, and I have to hunt you down and kill you, and then insult you on your own blog. That's how that works.
fair enough. I accept your challenge.
Steven Universe fandom represents. Time to kill this normie.
Fair enough. I accept your challenge. But know that if you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, sure. The last guy who said that didn't turn out so well. He was a fucking ghost. He was a fucking ghost and he didn't do shit.
Oh, shit.
Didn't the guy in the Control-Alt-Delete TV series say that? It's a quote from Control-Alt-Delete the series.
That should never have happened.
There's a lot of things that should never have happened.
Like Steven Universe. I'm just kidding.
Harry Potter, Dick Lightning.
Exactly. Other things that should never happen. Iwata dying.
Oh, back to that.
I'm sorry.
Just when I finally stopped crying.
Oh, my brother was making that ambulance joke. The ambulance came for Iwata. Wee you, wee you, wee you.
Oh, why? Why? Why?
Cat, what the hell are you doing, furry bastard? Furry little bastard, what the hell are you doing? Get away from my computer.
Whoa, what's happening?
Furry little bastard, get away from my computer.
Who's going near your computer?
Cat?
Your what?
Cat. The kitty.
A cat?
Yes, the cat.
Cat? I like cats.
Furry little bastard, get the hell away from my computer. So I've been watching a shit ton of Kamen Rider and Super Sentai because I don't have a life. I don't have a job like some people.
Like me?
Yes. I don't have a job. I don't have a life, so I just sit around watching Super Sentai all day.
I wish I could do that. I have so many movies I need to watch. Hell, I still haven't finished watching The Adventures of Baron Munchausen. I mean, I at least got to see Robin Williams improv while high on cocaine, but
That sounds amazing.
yeah, it was. He was the King of the Moon. He played the King of the Moon's floating head and also the King of the Moon's body. And he improved every single one of his lines back when he was still on drugs.
Dear Christ.
It's
That sounds
absolutely
hilarious.
It's one of the main things you'll ever see.
Well, what time are we at?
I have no idea, actually.
I think we've been doing this for about half an hour. I think we've been doing it for more than half an hour. Well, I think that's enough for now. For this first episode.
Yeah, probably. All right, then. That's the end of episode 1. Stay tuned for even more bullshit next time, where we talk about such topics as the heat death of the universe, how life is meaningless, and how we should all just commit mass suicide.
Life and death are a seamless continuum.
Also, Hitler might have been right. Stay tuned.
Might.
I'm kidding.
Might have.
I'm editing this out. I'm going to edit this part out. This is awful.
You can't edit that out.
Yes, I can. Watch me. Don't believe me? Just watch.
Oh!
We're not actually going to cover any of that stuff next time. We're not horrible people. We're going to give you.
Well, I am, but
okay, you are. But look at my icon. Is that the icon of the horrible person?
Yes.
No, it's not. Zeno is a precious alien child.
Precious cinnamon roll, too sweet, too pure for this world.
He's the kindest soul to ever grace this planet, and he will make this world a better place. So just remember, everyone. Remember, you're all beautiful, you're all wonderful, and you're all great. And don't let anyone tell you any different, unless you're like a serial killer or something. In which case, you aren't great. You're terrible, and you need to stop. Please get
Be the person Zeno would want you to be.
be the person Zeno would want you to be. Be the person Iwata would want you to be.
Oh,
Live
definitely.
live your life for Iwata. Live your life for Zeno. Live your life for Bob from Batman. Live your life for Quentin Tarantino. Sing with me. Sing for the Oreo. Sing for the black and sing for the Morio. I don't.
Are you high?
Not yet. Not my girlfriend would kill me if I got high. I'm just like this. This is me.
This is Michael, unfiltered.
I'm a living meme factory, constantly producing memes for the children. Here,
Yes,
children.
children, suckle at the teeth of my memes. And that's the sound effect we end this show on.
Yep. Good night, everybody. See you next time.